Understanding your credit scores. Sometimes it seems that there is a mystery around credit scores. Let's try and simplify credit reports and credit scores. First, let's look at how your scores are derived. Your payment history, so have you always made payments on time or have you been late? This accounts for 35% of your credit score. Next is credit usage. This accounts for 30% of your score. How many of your accounts have balances and what is the utilization of those accounts? This means if you have a $10,000 credit card limit and you have a $10,000 balance on that card, you have utilized 100%. It is fine to do that, but we want to aim to keep your balances at 30% utilization or less. Ideally, we pay them off each month to avoid interest, but keeping them under 30% is great. Third would be the length of credit history. This just means how long have you had accounts for. The longer they've been open, the more positive impact they have toward your scores. This accounts for 15%. The last two both account for 10%. That is the types of credit accounts you have or credit mix. And the other is, have you had recent inquiries? So applied for recent credit. Types of accounts means do you have a credit mix such as installment loans, credit cards, mortgages, car payments, that kind of stuff. Recent credit just means has your credit been pulled frequently and often? We have three credit bureaus that determine your credit scores. It's TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. In mortgage lending, we take the middle credit score of the three bureaus. If two people are applying for a loan, we will take the lower of the two middle credit scores between them. One last thing I want to go over is the most common question I get when it comes to credit reports and credit scores. Why is it that your mortgage credit report scores are different than what my Credit Karma shows or whatever other credit monitoring company there is? It's the most common question I get asked. The reason is there are different types of algorithms when it comes to the credit reporting. So the reports you typically have with Credit Karma, maybe your bank, those are consumer reports, whereas we pull a mortgage credit report. So the algorithms are different. Even though the credit bureaus are the same, the algorithms are different. So oftentimes the mortgage credit report will show scores, unfortunately, are going to be lower typically than what you have on Credit Karma or other monitoring services. So keep that in mind. The most thorough credit report is always going to be the mortgage credit report. It will even be different. So the same TransUnion score you have on a mortgage report won't be the same necessarily as what you have when you apply for an auto loan even. So keep that in mind.